Hi guys, this is Cindy over at paper.old.new. I am working in my collage book again. I do have a little bit of a kind of a show. I did quite a bit of collaging off camera, so I was going to flip through the book and show you, what I've accomplished while you guys weren't looking. And then I thought maybe, part of this collage board series going forward would be cutting them up and using them. So making things out of them. I just want to show you some of the ones that I've kind of put together. My pile of, remember I told you I went through my scrapbook and I made piles. So these are the only piles I have left. I have just a few left here. I even did a couple that were only color themed. So I've got this one that's like all purples and this one that's all reds. It doesn't have a lot. It's just got two kinds of paper in it, so it's not really going to be much of anything. I have to get some more red paper before I can put that collage together. But I just kind of threw these packs together, and I don't have very many left. So I'm going to do this one, and then I'll flip through the book, and we'll see. I'll show you what I've done. Like I said, while you guys weren't looking. This, again, was another one of my groupings. So I did take a piece out. I was gonna, there were two versions of the striped paper, and I was gonna put them both in here, but I felt like that was a little too much. And this page is pretty well covered with book page already. There's really not a lot of gaps. So I mean, I'm really layering over top of and covering up all that background. Not that I care. I have a ton of book page, but in the future, what I may do is like have the book page do some covering, but leave some, like, I don't know, more gaps so that when I'm gluing stuff down, I'm just worried about the thickness of the page. Like after you glue all the book page on and then you come back and you glue on scrapbook paper, or now if I was working with digitals that I had just printed out on copy paper, it wouldn't be so bad. But scrapbook paper varies in thickness. Some of my scrapbook paper is cardstock. Some of my scrapbook paper is thin. Your scrapbook papers vary a lot in what you're going to get as far as what you're gluing down. And I don't want too much bulk on these cards. I mean, some of these cards are going to be really stiff and really thick, which will be fine depending on what I use them for. Let's see. I think I want... I was going to say I want some more down here. Let's put some flour on so I can kind of get an idea of... I'm going to tear an edge off of here. That's already torn. Let's tear this edge. I do have a collage in here where I collaged with one of the little packs that I made, and I had enough left over, and it was all strips, like straight edge strips. And I did do like a strip collage. I didn't do any torn edges. It was all I gotta cover up this gap. It was all strips crisscrossed across each other of different widths and layered up and stacked and stuff like that. So I'll show you that one. But I figure with this particular video, I'm just going to do this one because the rest of those I'll do off camera also. But I figured I would do this one, and then we can cut up some boards, and we'll see how far we get. I am trying to kind of keep in mind, these aren't big pages, so I'm kind of trying to keep in mind, what sizes I want to cut up so that I have good sizes to use in books. I know sometimes it can get a little tricky. I mean, we do tags and cards and stuff of all sizes. I try to look at the size of cards that I would use. Like I might cover index cards to use in books. Well, an index card, you can get them 4x6, you can get them 5x7. So, looking at that size. And then I have a couple of references as to how big some of the pages in like my altered books are. Well, my altered books are very similar in size to the novels that I've ripped apart to make, to have bookboard covers to make journals out of. So very similar sizes. Like the one that I was working in was 5 5/8 by 8 7/8. So it gives you an idea. A 5x7 card or something like that would make a good full page journaling card for that. So I'm just trying to get an idea of sizes to use in when I'm cutting these up. I'm trying to nail down a video filming pattern so that I have, regular videos going up. I've noticed in a lot of my videos I comment on my internet, so I'm trying to leave that topic alone, but it does affect my filming. So right now it is the beginning of December, and I don't know when you'll see this. Hopefully not too long from when I filmed it. I'm trying to do better about filming closer to uploading, especially with these craft videos. But you never know. I'll put one in this corner down here. But I'm dealing with seasonal colds. My daughters just went through some seasonal colds, and I think that a little while back, and I think that now I'm finally succumbing. So my head's been a little stuffy, and my like that, and you might be able to hear it a little bit. I just took some decongestant. I'm hoping it kicks in any time now. Let's see. I don't know if I want a little piece right here or maybe a piece of this green right here. Yeah, that might be kind of nice. Let's do that. I'm thinking maybe not putting too much more on this one, just because some of them I don't like to overcrowd, and then some of them I think got really overcrowded. And not that I dislike them, just that they're really overcrowded. I do have some pages where, remember I was commenting on the fact that there's not a lot of open space on this particular page. I do have some pages in the back where I do have some open space. Okay, let's look at some of these. So you've seen these couple up here in the front that I did on film. We did the butterflies on film. I can't remember if I did this one on film or not. This one I actually added some stickers. It was one of the things that I've been cutting these up and making really cute cards, but one of the things I kept forgetting to do was go into like my washi tape box and stick some washi on here before I cut it up. Now, the other thing is the less I do to it before I cut it up, the more I can do to each individual card to individualize them once they're cut up. This one has a lot of space, so I like that. And then back here, I know I got started. I know I finished this one off camera. I added the stickers and stuff off camera. I can't remember if I did any of this on camera at all. But this was some kind of neutrals that I had, and I just added, I love the buttons. I don't know why I liked these together, but I did. And then I added these swirls, and they were fun on another board that I did when I cut it up. The pieces of swirl just added a little extra something. So yeah, I got through a whole bunch of these. This one's kind of a mishmash. Here's some apples. And then I divided up my scraps. So while I was sitting up there, when I would finish some collage boards, I was making scrap bags. So I have, like, these are just scraps, torn scraps. I have actually 2 bags of just torn scraps. So like that, to make clusters and stuff like that out of. Hang on just a second. Sorry, there was a pop-up ad on my screen and it was causing weird problems with my filming. Anyway, I also got out my stamps. So I got all my circle punches out, and I made a ton of, I just stamped tons of different circle sizes. I don't exactly know what I'll use them for, but I know I love messing around with circles. So I now have a bag of all different kind of patterned circles. And then I also took the large circle punch and I punched at the corners like this. So say this is a journal page. If I wanted to put this on here like this and just glue it down in the corner, and it's a little circle tuck down at the bottom of a page. So what I did was I just took my 3-inch circle punch and I stuck the corner into the punch, and I punched the round edge. So I punched several of those in different patterns. And then I got a new punch from Amazon. I think I hauled it already. And I punched a bunch of these to make, you know, well, obviously, to make flowers out of. You know, like that. Isn't that cute? And then you stick a little something in the middle. And you can, if you pull them and bend them up and then pull them, they curl. So like you can make them 3D if you want. Sitting in a journal, I don't know how 3D you would want them to be, but anyway, I used my punch and punched a bunch of those. I'd like to get some pattern, some less pattern, just because, you know, to make flowers, you want some that's not pattern paper. But anyway, so as I was getting scraps from doing this, I did a bunch of that sort of thing. So we have quite a bit of boards to cut up now. And I use all kinds of paper. I mean, I have grungy alongside of sparkly. I really like the colors in this one. I used this. Actually, I want to trim these strings off of here, I think. All right. Okay. Just throwing away those strings. So, see, throwing them away, I say, setting them off to the side over here to put in my, anyway, so yeah, I have a little bit of texture on this one. This one, I also used a piece of paper that had a punch taken out of it. Here's the one where I used all the straight pieces. I think this will be interesting to cut up. It's got some book page picking through here and there. It's the one we just did. This one is completely covered with book page. This has got some bigger gaps, so more than likely I'll put paper on this one. I got a few of these, a few more blank ones. Now I did go back here. I left some gaps though. I think it's funny because I thought I was covering all of this with scrapbook paper, and then I flipped back through and I noticed here's a gap. So I'll have to see when I cut it up. But I went back here to the ones where I had bigger gaps to use some of the kits where I had more paper. Like this one. This one had a lot of paper. Did we do this one? I can't remember if we did this one on film. I feel like we did this one on film. I don't remember. I keep saying on film. Like I have film in a camera. Does it date me a little bit? This one I had a ton of paper, so I came back here to... This page is another one that's got gaps where you can see the workbook page underneath because I didn't fill it all in. I wasn't paying attention. That's what I get for not paying attention. Here's the pages, the one with the straights. This is the page I made first, and those straights were all the leftovers. And then I did this one with the pumpkins. And this one was squash. So some fall ones. And then I did this one. See, this one has the 2 different stripes. And then I think that's it, guys. I think I got a few more pages left, and then I think we're done. So I thought maybe we would cut a few more up today and see what kind of cards we get. Maybe we can pick and choose. I think I want to cut this one up. See if I can get it out of here. I think I want to cut this one up. And then I want to cut this one up. Should we cut up the buttons? I feel like we should cut up the buttons. How much time do we have? Oh, we got a little bit of time. So maybe we'll do 4. and then we'll see where we are. What else? Okay, I got a stray flower there. Actually, it's a little stack of flowers. Let's see. Actually, you know what? I want to do this one just because I want to see how this comes out with the odd papers in it. So that's our 4. We can come back in here and cut up some more if we want. I'm going to, remember, we're flipping them and cutting them. So recalling what size they are, we are 10 3/4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a little bit over 1/4, about 7 1/4. So keeping that in mind, let's see what we can come up with. So 10 3/4, we could do... You get 3 by 5 cards, right? That's a good size. What if I do some 3 by 5 cards, kind of? All right, let's flip it. Turn it over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know I've been watching a lot of videos from ladies who just kind of, with reckless abandon, they tear things and cut things. And here I am measuring to make sure that I have things just so. But I can't help it. 1, 2, 3. Let's do a 3. So that gives me a 3 by 5, right? There's a 3 by 5. Now, what do we have here? This one is 4 1/4 by 5, right? So what if I do 4 1/4 by 2 1/2 to make some tags? I know it takes me a second to line this up. Okay, so we got some tags there. Now this one, I think I want to keep these small just because of all the sparkly paper. But this one, let's do 3 and 2 3/4, like that. Okay, and then let's figure out how we want to do it this way. Like, should I just cut it in half? Because remember, this is probably going to get trimmed off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 1/4-ish. This one was 3. If I make a 3 by 3, I can make some corners. Let's do that. So if I do it like this, and then I have this kind of tag, and then I could make corners out of this, maybe. They would be small. Okay. So, a little bit of noise from upstairs. All right, let's see what we're going to do with this one. I think I'm going to cut it close to in half, just because so it would be 3 in this direction. We'll cut it right about here. That's close enough. And we'll get some tags or cards or something out of it. All right. So we got that one. We'll go ahead and take a look at it so my my area doesn't keep getting cluttered up. I got all this stuff. I had a spill, guys. So I've got like clips and pins and... Okay, first let's look and see how the corners turned out. So these would be down here, maybe, as a tuck spot, right? That's kind of cute. Or they could be at the top as a tuck spot. If you're worried about your print, because the print is upside down here. Well, part of it is. Whatever. Okay, and then this one. And again, you could put it at the top. Or over here. I mean, really, depending on which way you turn it, you can put it in any of the corners there. But those are really cute. I like how they turned out. And with the right... And then you ink it up a little bit and it dull down that stripe and it's good. All right, let's see. There's one that's mostly grungy with a little bit of the stripe. The glitter helps give it some, you know, some bling. Okay. If we go with the print, that's the way that one will go. And, I mean, this is the dotted line where the worksheets are supposed to tear out of the book. So there's a dotted line there. I mean, I could trim along the scrapbook paper or I could leave the tattered edge at the top, depending, you know, on what how I cut it. Maybe cut the corners and make a tag out of it. Okay. That's kind of cool. I love how these turn out. I cannot get over how different they are than what you might imagine them to be. I mean, they just... All right, and last but not least, I love these, guys. I can't, I mean, even with the, like, crazy paper, I haven't really come across any so far that are, like, just so bad that I would throw them away or not use them or whatever. Okay, so my hardest part, like I said, is like the sizes to cut them, because I'm, you know. All right, let's do a 4. So I can do like maybe a 4x6. Ooh, let's do. That's hard because if I do 4 this way and then I do 6, this has only got an inch and, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and a quarter. That would only have an inch and a quarter. That would be a really narrow. So let's not do that. Although I could do the 6 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. Set that aside. And then do 4 this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I get a 3 and a 4, right? So there's a little bit larger cards. And then for this one, I think we'll do tags 2, 2, and 2 and a quarter. Right? Is that what it'll come out to? 2. These are going to be skinny tags. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe we'll do this one 2 and a half. 1, 2 and a half. There we go. All right, that one was kind of quick. We didn't get as many out of that one, but that's okay. Some of them aren't going to get as many. So let's look at these. Oh, guys, I love that. This one I'm actually going to trim. Let's trim this because I'm not going to keep this. This edge here is just workbook page. Oh, guys, I love it. I really like that. See what I mean about the swirls? Even though it gets cut, it adds a little bit of something. And that one didn't get cut, but it's still. And then we have that one. And I think that's the other half of that. And even since there's buttons in the background, you could use like some buttons to decorate these or, you know, whatever. Okay, let's look at our big ones. Look at that. This is nice and neutral. It's good background for journaling. I mean, for decorating. So I really like these. I say that about all of them, don't I? All right, let's trim this one. Oh, that was a torn edge of, that's book page. That's why that's like that. I'm like, why is that so? Okay. Yeah. I'm liking it, guys. I'm loving the fact that I'm building stuff. Like, I have all these cards now. This is, I'm going to trim this one while I'm here. I can't tell you how exciting this is for me. To have all this stuff to mess with now. All right. We'll pile those up there and let's do the next one. I kind of like that the 4x6 thing. So let's do that again. I might do that with the last ones. So we go 6. It makes good sizes on this page. I think that's kind of my favorite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I should just be able to do math, right? If I start at 7, 13 would be 6. Okay. And then we want it 4 this way and whatever else we get. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, I should just be able to do math. Okay. And then for this one, we do the 2 and the 2.5. And then whatever that last one ends up being. I like having a narrow one. Oh, that went crooked on me. Yeah, it did. Guys. I was cutting through a really thick spot. Okay, well, we'll see how it turns out. Do 2.5 here. Maybe try not to be so more pressure, less speed. All right, let's flip them. So we got this one. Oh, this is the one with the butterflies. That's right. All right, I don't know if I should do this by hand or not because my hands do not do straight lines at all. But I like these guys. I haven't, like I said, I haven't come across any I don't like yet. Even these ones where the butterfly wings got cut off and all I have is like the tips of the wings. I'm even okay with that. That's really crooked. I'm not going to try and trim it now though, but to get an idea of the card. I'm going to turn this one upside down and trim it. Okay. And the only reason I say upside down is because with the butterflies, it is kind of directional paper. So I have this little piece of butterfly here and I mean, they do go up. So, all right. Oh, although that one goes sideways unless I turn it this way and then these go sideways. So whichever. I just don't think I would like them upside down. I don't know. But I like these 4x6 cards. These are good journaling card size. Tuck in a pocket kind of a thing. All right. And then this one. I like how all of these are turning out. I cannot. And I know the idea, like I said, I know the idea was to like make the book and then take them out of the book as you use them. But I am kind of looking forward to like cutting them up and going ahead and like decorating them up and making things out of them. So, and like I said, we'll probably do that. I'll probably do some of that on camera. I just think that would be fun. Kind of like Tina does with a what's on my desk, because these are definitely on my desk. Look at all this mess I have on my desk. I need to do a what's on my desk. Okay, sorry about that, guys. All right, let's do our last one, and we're going to do this one the same size. I think I'm really, really, really liking this variety that you get from doing this size. So 1, 2 to 15, right? Try and employ some math instead of doing all that counting. Okay. All right, so we have those two. And then we have these. Try and cut them properly this time so that they don't have weird edges. And doing it this way, I'm getting 5 pieces out of each page, which is, to me, that's not bad. So, you know, and a variety. So that's good. So this one I took, that's going to be kind of hard. I might have to. Take that off like that and see what happens. Yeah, it's not so bad. I don't mind that, although it is very flimsy because it has nothing on it. So who knows? But, so there's one. There's one. Either way. I don't know. There's one. Okay, so these 2 pages, I can see book page right here, and this is a different page than that. This is right side up and that's upside down, depending on which way I turn it. That's funny. Okay, and then we have this one. I like it, I like it. This I'll trim with a straight edge because I don't have scrapbook paper to go along the side of. And then that one. I like the number. That's one of the chapter numbers from the book I was tearing up. So, all right, guys, let's see where we are. Maybe we'll call that there. And we got a lot of exciting cards, and I've got some ephemera to use. I mean, I've got some things to decorate, plus the ones we cut up in previous videos. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to do some journaling cards and stuff out of what we've got. And I don't know. I want to call it, but in the same token, I'm having a lot of fun and I don't want to call it. Should we cut up a couple more? Let's cut this one up. And, oh, maybe this one. I'm really curious to see how that one turns out. I know I'm just emptying this book. I like barely have it done and I'm emptying it. Okay. Let's see what we get. Quick, quick like a bunny. It's weird that cut. I don't know. All right. It did cut slanted. Guys, this is me rushing. So I'm like not doing things properly and now I've got not straight edges. That's okay. I'll fix them later. Oh, we got a spot up there. It's gonna have to get trimmed. It's okay. So I really, really like how these come out, and I'm Like I said, I'm looking forward to decorating them. I don't know what I'm going to decorate them with. I'm still organizing ephemera, so like it's all in piles and boxes, so it's not real organized. I'm going to just do all the cutting real quick, and that way we can be ready to, we'll just flip them all at once. And then I will call this video I almost like these as much as I like haul videos because I love seeing the cards after the master boards get cut. I think I like that part better than making the master board. I mean, I don't mind making the master board. I sat in front of the TV. I told you I did a lot of collage while you guys weren't looking. I just sat in front of the TV and tore paper and glued it down, you know, so I just, and now the fun part is, I think, it's like a haul video. You never know what you're going to see. You never know what you're going to get. I like watching people cut up, like they make collage masterboards. My favorite part is always when they cut them up and then reveal what they get. And I'm like, that is so cool. I want to do that. I even saw one where they did it with some scrapbook paper, like a piece of scrapbook paper you're not sure how to use because it's got like an image on it, and they took it and they cut it in half and then they cut it in thirds. So it made what, 6 4x6 cards. And you didn't know what you were going to get because you flipped it over and you did it backwards. Same kind of idea. Yeah. See, I like these. Even though they're straight edges. I mean, I'm one of those people that really likes the torn edges, but that's going to have to be a tag. I mean, it didn't have to be a tag, but solution to a small problem. There we go. Very high-sided tag. Yeah, I like it. Okay, continue. Ooh, this one has like no book page on it. And that can go either way. So it's like stripes. I like that. And this one has some book page. We're going to cut down the edge of this one too. I am not a straight line cutter. Sometimes even when I have an edge to follow. So yeah, my stuff gets crooked when I start trimming it. But I like these. Even these ones that I did with like the straight edges, I like the way they're turning out. This is kind of bordered. Go that way, like the top of a pocket. Ideas. Okay, and then there's this one. I got the whole flower. That's kind of cool. I wasn't sure if I was going to get the whole flower. All right, let's trim this one. See, now with this one I can cut a straight edge just because I have a straight edge to cut up against. Okay. Wow, that's got a lot of uncovered book page up there. Might trim that off. It's funny how the spots, like there's real stiff spots and then there's this bendy spot. because there's no cardstock or anything over that. It's just book page on workbook page. So I'm gonna have to do that with a straight edge. And then this one. I got almost all the flowers there too. I don't know where the, that might have been the edge of the page actually. That might not have gotten cut off. Oh no. Yeah, it did. It's kind of cool, guys. All right. Okay, now I'm going to call it. As much as I want to like go through the whole book with you guys, and at some point you will see all of the cards because I'm sure I will make things out of them on camera. This was a ton of fun. I'm having so much fun making these, and I'm loving the fact that I'm piling up ephemera. I know I keep saying that. And I know I keep saying I'm organizing ephemera, because I am. I'm still in the organizational phases. I made a journal, and I figured out what it takes to make a journal, and now I'm trying to get myself situated. And I'm trying to do some crafting videos. I can't afford to keep doing haul videos. Okay, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.